Good morning, and we're time for our reveal today. So we have 3. I actually ended up doing an extra one, which I'll explain as I unwrap it. So we have 3 done on a thin and 2 done on a cotton. So each of these were steamed for 2 hours. So we'll start off with, and this one, obviously I can figure this one out. It's got a piece of a fern hanging out. So it's a matter of unmummifying, unwrapping, and do wash these and reuse them. There's no reason why you can't. They're kind of smelly right now. So it's just a matter of doing your unwind. It doesn't get tangled, that is. So, easy enough to find this. Here we go. I'm turning my back on you. So I'm gonna pull up. Looks like it wants to unwrap itself. That's fine. You don't have to start with such big pieces either. I want to make something out of this, so I've chosen a specific size. Now this is, probably it's better to do it on white. It'll show better. This is a fairly pale blue, but I just wanted to show you the patterns that you get. And so there's some of it that is, how close shall I get? Some of it is really obviously there. Some of it is a suggestion. The ones that have the back down, I don't know if you can see that all the little seeds and everything show up. It's really cool. So each of these is going to have to be washed because it still has mordant in it and it still smells unpleasant. So that's the ferns on a pale blue. Let's see what color is this one. So I'm learning because I'm not a YouTube professional by any means. This is my first second YouTube video. So I'm not sure what shows up on camera yet. Learning as I go. So this one, okay, I'm turning my back again. So just, I folded the edge under so I could find it, because last time I did it, I was digging around, I couldn't find. So here we go again. We'll pull it off on camera. Okay, so that's the brown paper. I just dropped it on the ground. I'll be back. Okay, so let's see what you can see here. So the print of the leaf is really quite clear. This is actually a not quite taupe, a sort of a light taupe color. And if it was white, it would show a lot more, but that's pretty specific that you can see a lot of the detail. See if I can find one to go up close. So I'm not sure even how close I can get, but there you go. So look at the detail that you're getting, and that's permanent. So I plan to make something, which I'll make in another video, out of this. All right, so that's the heavy that we're in for 2 hours. This one is one of the lighter ones, which hopefully that means it's white, because what to do and what not to do. It's not that it didn't work. It worked, but it would have showed you much better on white. And since this is a teaching video, next time. Now this one I did not fold under. You remember I said how I folded the first one under and it was easy to find? So if you don't remember to fold that brown paper to make a double edge at the end, then you have to do what I'm doing now, which is stall, stall, until you can get it going. So I guess it stuck like that because it had a lot of paper that didn't have silk on it. So these are the oak leaves. Let's see, that way. Remember, I said they leave black. This is silk. So let's see. Silk minus the oak leaves. What showed up? So the oak leaves, I don't know what is in them. I don't know what the chemical is that's in them, but it definitely comes out as almost a black. Look at how clear that print is. I can see right through this because it's a silk scarf, and the detail of that oak leaf is pretty amazing. And I don't have my vinyl gloves on, and the mordant is still wet. This is still wet, even though it's the next morning, it's still wet. So this is the little, I think it was a weeping beech. I might have to go back and take a picture and show you and ask you what it was. The mystery, this is the mystery one, but it worked. So neat, I should probably find out what it is. Okay, here we go, talking enough. That print is great. Now, that's the difference of number one having white fabric, number two having a thinner fabric. So obviously it was able to get through it. But the layers of detail is lovely. It's just lovely. I love it. I love it. I hope you like it because I love it. So you have to like it too. Okay, last one. So this one I didn't talk about because I decided at the last minute, without discussing it with you, that I was going to try to roll one up, not, so this is attached to the dowel, but it's not around the dowel. So I wanted to do an experiment to see if it would work, what would happen if I rolled it up really tightly with no brown paper and no doweling. Whoops. Okay, we have a lovely little shape. I don't know if that's going to affect anything, but this is all just fabric. So did it work? This is maple leaves. Great big maple leaves. And I wanted a big piece of fabric, so if I back up here and I get rid of all my, so this is, I did it that way because I wanted a great big piece of fabric to sew with. So it does have pattern on it, definitely. It does not have the detail by any means. It's basically just, it's almost like the color bled because it's very subtle. So I now have a white and slightly colored, slightly patterned piece of fabric to do something with. But it's an experiment. You know what, I don't call this a success because it doesn't have the imprint of the leaf as clearly as the others. But I believe that you learn as much from your failures as you, call them a failure, as your missteps as you do from your successes. And if you do everything for the very first time and it works perfectly, you're going to think it's easy, I can do it that every time. Doesn't happen that way. So it's good when something doesn't work. You learn it just as much from that. So these now have to be washed, and I will come back with the final product. Okay, Bye. Okay, here we are at the last stage of the video / reveal. I have put the fabrics through the machine on a fast wash. It was only 15 minutes because I was impatient. I ironed them dry instead of putting them in the tumbler. You can do either, but I just wanted to finish this and show you guys what we did together. So I would say the most successful one is the one, I can't remember what it's called, that I borrowed from, I drove around looking for oak leaves and I saw this lovely weeping, I think it was a weeping birch, ornamental tree. Anyway, this is fabric that is actually a little heavier than regular sewing material, but you can see a definite difference between the right side up and the upside down. So the one with the detail had the veins down. The one with just the shape had the veins up, so face down. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with this, but for the purpose of you guys, I thought I would do just some smaller pieces. This one, the scarf, this is my third try with this scarf. It used to be white. So it already had too much pattern on it to successfully do what we wanted. You can see a pattern of leaves, but it really gets lost in the shuffle. So there's such a thing as trying too many times, but at the same time, if it doesn't work the first time, there's no reason why you can't just use it again and get a stronger pattern on it. So as an example, this one that I did that we didn't even talk about, and I've included it anyway. This was a regular sewing cotton. This is not anything heavier. It's not made for dyeing. It's just regular cotton. So I folded it in 4, and then I rolled it up without a dowel, if you remember. So in places you can see the leaf, but when it opens up, all that really spread was a bit of color. And it's okay, but it's not, I won't use it that way. I won't make something out of it that way. So I will probably, I do a lot of embroidery, and so I will probably cut this into pieces and then re-dye it for something that I'm doing embroidery on. Now this one, I was actually quite disappointed in, because I have another one from a previous one I'll show you. It does show the pattern. The ferns, as I said, were kind of shriveled. So pick them and use them, like if you've got some right beside you, pick them and use them right there, but at least don't wait. I mean, it's there, but it's not there enough for me to make something using this. So I will probably reuse this with a different, either with ferns or with a different pattern over top. But I did bring one from a previous die that shows you what it's supposed to look like. So this is again on white, which white seems to show better, obviously. And you can see which ones, the very clear ones had the backs down, and the suggestion had it face down with the back up. I kind of like the two different looks, but not that big and that obvious where it's just kind of missing. So I'll probably use this in a sewing project. I would say the most successful one, in my opinion, is the split leaf Japanese maple. And I used I have two of them in the yard. And so there's a very fine one and there's a little heavier one. And this one is what I was aiming for. We have one exactly what I was trying to teach. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. So, so this one I will, in a future video, I'm going to make something with this piece, and I'll do a video of it. I'll probably do a small pouch or a small bag of some kind with it. Having said that, thank you for watching and listening. I hope you learned something. If you have a question that I didn't answer, by all means, write it in the comments, and I will, if I know the answer, I'll answer you. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out. There's always Google. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Anyway, so stay tuned, because I have ordered the supplies to do acid etching on glass, and that's going to be my next video. Thanks again for coming, and love y'all, and bye-bye.